James Harden in the postseason. Let's go to the Knicks, though, now. They evened up their series with the Hawks at 2 games apiece on Saturday with a commanding 114-98 win. New York took control midway through the first quarter, maintained the lead for the rest of the game. Karl Anthony Towns had one of his best playoff games as a Knick, finishing with 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 dimes, becoming the 4th Knicks player to record a triple-double in a playoff game. Isn't this what everyone has been saying? Please, go through Cat, go through Cat. Now the question becomes, should Cat be the first option for the Knicks, or should it remain Jalen Brunson? Stephen A.
I'm going to say Jalen Brunson. I'm going to say Jalen Brunson because I think that Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns has to do his thing, and I certainly don't disagree with Perk like that. But I don't believe that the Knicks can afford any drop-off, any kind of precipitous drop-off in terms of activity or production from Jalen Brunson, and they're going to go anywhere in these playoffs. I think that Jalen Brunson is that engine that stirs that cup. He's been that way throughout this season, throughout his career in New York City, and there's nothing about that needs to change. He may need to get Karl Anthony Towns more actively involved, and Karl Anthony Towns needs to be more active in concert with Jalen Brunson as opposed to at the expense of Jalen Brunson. I don't have any problem with somebody that's saying Karl Anthony Towns needs to do more and he needs to be a viable offensive option, which is not something that was happening during the regular season. But it certainly does not need to be at the expense of Jalen Brunson. That much I will say.
When you're trying to win a championship, that is what the Knicks are trying to do right now. You lose yourself in the team, and you do what's best for the team. Should Karl Anthony Towns be the first option for the Knicks offense? You damn right he should be. You want to know why? Because he's one of the most skilled bigs to ever play the game of basketball. He is the best big right now in the Eastern Conference, in my opinion, offensively. He's so versatile. We know about his shooting, but his ability to be able to take guys off the dribble, his ability to be able to take guys to the low block area, and now he showed off in Game 4 because of his passing ability. And I was in studio on the show with USA and Uche, and I said when they dropped Game 2, that it was going to be a blessing in disguise for the New York Knicks because now you could go to the film room and now you can hold yourself accountable and make the adjustments that need to be made. And they did that. Yes, they didn't do it too much in Game 3, but now here we are looking at Game 4. You feature Karl Anthony Towns more. You run the offense through him. Big Body Brunson is going to get his. But the Knicks end up winning Game 4 in great fashion. And I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Karl Anthony Towns is an emotional guy. Karl Anthony Towns is a guy that needs to feel love. When you embrace him and give him the opportunity to be himself and be great offensively, you're going to get the best version of Karl Anthony Towns defensively, and that's what we witnessed in Game 4. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't change nothing up heading into Game 5 in Madison Square Garden. Continue to feature Towns.
When Cat's on the floor, the Knicks are 32 points. Go ahead, Stephen A.
Jalen Brunson's averaging 25 on 38.5% shooting from three-point range. Okay, so he's doing whatever he can do offensively. He could do a little bit better, but the bottom line is he's doing all right. The issue for him is defensively. When Jalen Brunson is guarding C.J. McCollum, do y'all know that C.J. McCollum is shooting 76.5% when guarded by Jalen Brunson?
I do know that.
That's the real problem. That's the real problem. 76.5%. Damn. That's the kind of thing that should keep you up at night. That's the kind of thing that should make you want to drop 50 because somebody giving it to you. So if Jalen Brunson, if we're going to point to something about Jalen Brunson, it's not about him needing to step back. It's not about Karl Anthony Towns needing to just step forward. Of course, Karl Anthony Towns shoot 57% from the field, 50% from three-point range, giving you 21 points a game in this series. Obviously, Karl Anthony Towns is very important. Elevate him, no doubt about that. But you need to do it in concert with Jalen Brunson offensively. You just need to help Jalen Brunson out defensively. Because if you're talking about somebody subliminally or figuratively screaming for help on the defensive side of the ball, it is Jalen Brunson whenever he's in the vicinity of C.J. McCollum, who's been giving it to him.
Yeah, I mean, C.J. McCollum was still the leading scorer for the Hawks in this past game, but he just wasn't able to make that same kind of impact. Good news for the Knicks. Also, Karl Anthony Towns. The Knicks are nearly plus 33 with him on the floor. He makes
situation. Look at those numbers right there. Is that what you expect from a cat that you gave up 4 first-round unprotected picks for, bro? And the reason why Jalen Brunson is getting some heat, and it's the only reason I think he deserves some heat, is because, no, he was not in the negotiating room. No, he was not on the phone with the Nets. Yeah, he wanted his boy and all of that stuff. 5 years, $270 million. He was in position to sign. He signs a year earlier, saving the Knicks $114 million. Go ahead and get Mikal Bridges. Give him his $150 million. We don't care about that. That's cool. It's the fact, Big Perk, that you gave up all of those first-round assets. Do you know what the New York Knicks could do if they had some of those assets? And if you're Jalen Brunson, the face of the franchise, you don't let them do. You say to them, yo, don't give up that much. Don't do that now. That's all anybody is saying. That's why we're looking at the Knicks. That's why we got trepidation. And that's why I'm very proud they handled their business the way that they did. Because how they handled their business is how they were supposed to handle their damn business. And I'm going to take some credit for it. Because I don't know if they would have done that had I not gotten in their ass. And that's the bottom line. That's how I feel about it.
This is the playoffs. It's all about adjustments. We have seen that from one game to the next.
They got comfortable, man. They got comfortable, Shay. That's what it was.
It looked like they got pretty comfy in Atlanta with all those Knicks fans down there.
Coming from Texas, talking about how New York Knicks fans supposed to act. Who are you? You don't get to do that, Big Perk. You from Texas. This is New York City, baby. You from Texas. It don't work like that. We ain't flowing like that. Period.
Perk's been on some winning teams now. I think he's qualified to talk about what it takes to win.
He's qualified, not New York, though. No, Shay, because he ruined New York. He contributed to making New Yorkers unhappy when he was beating their behind when he was playing against them. He didn't care about us then. Don't act like you care about us now.
The chuckle is good enough.
Go ahead.
Let's stay with Mikal Bridges here because his minutes are going down. He's averaging 27 minutes and 7 points per game in this series. Is it a big deal that Bridges' minutes continue to go down? Perk, what do you think?
Hell no, it's not a big deal. Who cares? Who cares? You're at the point now, I'm over the whole Mikal Bridges and they gave up 6 first-round picks for unprotected. I'm over all that. You're at the point of the postseason where it's facts over feelings. See, Stephen A is still in his feelings because he's a diehard Knicks fan. I'm going to give you the facts. If you're not playing well, you sit your ass down. This is why the Knicks went loaded up and got deeper. This is why they went got more depth, because iron sharpens iron. Okay, if you're not cutting it, we're going to bring in McBride. Like we saw in Game 3, although the Knicks didn't win the game, but they closed the game with McBride. Okay, if you still not coming out and you're producing, we're going to give you a fair shot. I'm not going to snatch you out the starting lineup, but Jose, come on in, young fella. Come give us what we need and come give us that energy and that defensive tenacity. Mikal Bridges, have a seat next to me. Maybe you'll come with it in Game 5. You don't have time to continue to try to cater or get the best out of him. We're talking about Mikal Bridges, who has playoff experience, been to NBA Finals, was the starting 3 wing guy on the Phoenix Suns when they lost to the Milwaukee Bucks in the NBA Finals about 4 or 5 years ago. You don't have time to cater to him. I don't want to keep hearing complaining. Next man up mentality. If you ain't producing, sit your ass down, bring in one of those other guys off the bench.
What the hell is going on with you? Are you not listening? Who the hell said you were wrong about that? You preaching the gospel. I didn't have no problem with Bridges being benched. What's the problem? I didn't have no problem with him sitting down. I completely agree with you. The fact of the matter is, I'm proud of Mike Brown for putting in McBride and Jordan Clarkson and making sure that they played more minutes than Bridges because they're producing. What I am saying simultaneously is this. Yo, Mikal Bridges, what's up, bro? They gave up all of these assets for you. You just gonna sit idly by and McBride is a plus 29 when when they on the court together and you a minus 26? Damn, that's a 56-point difference with McBride on the court in favor of Mikal Bridges. That's not something to be alarmed about. When 4 first-round unprotected picks was given up for you, I'm not trying to sit up there and make life hard for Mikal Bridges. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm rooting for the brother. You understand? I don't want to upset Josh Hart. I got love for Josh Hart. You understand? I appreciate the Energizer Bunny that he is and what he brings to the New York Knicks. But damn it, we talking basketball. We ain't talking about your personal life. We ain't getting into none of that. We talking about what we seeing you do on the basketball court. And when you consider the assets that the New York Knicks surrendered to get Mikal Bridges, you got to take into consideration, Big Perk, the Lakers gave up a first-round pick for Luka Doncic. The Phoenix Suns, you understand, the Houston Rockets gave up a bunch of second-round picks for Kevin Durant. I mean, my God, you got KD.